Owen, are you there? Can you please answer me? I need to talk to you about something very important. It won't take long, I promise you. It's about the house, Owen. The house is a complete disaster and it's driving me insane. Can you please help me make it look decent?
What? You want me to clean the house? Are you serious? That's your job, not mine. Why should I waste my precious time doing that when I have you to do it for me? You're so hilarious, Lucia. You always make me laugh with your ridiculous requests.
Owen, this is not a joke. This is serious. I'm buried in work and I can't handle the housework too. You know how many deadlines I have to meet, how many clients I have to please, how many projects I have to manage, right?
Oh, who are you? You're so busy. You must be so stressed. Well, guess what? I have a job too, you know? You're not the only one who works around here. I also have to deal with pressure and expectations.
I know that, Owen. But you also know that I work harder and longer than you, right? And I still try to clean the house whenever I get a chance. But it's not fair that I have to do everything by myself. So if you're not too busy right now, maybe you could lend me a hand and help me clean the house. I mean, you're the one who makes most of the mess. You leave your clothes all over the place. You never do the dishes. You leave empty cups everywhere. I don't mind if you're sloppy, Owen, but can you at least clean up after yourself? Can you at least show some respect for our home?
How dare you talk to me like that, Lucia? You're my wife, and your job is to keep the house clean. That's it. That's your duty. How can you even ask me to do that when it's your responsibility? Don't you have any respect for me at all?
Owen, I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just asking you to help me out a little more. I know I'll end up doing most of the cleaning anyway, but it would be nice if you showed some support. It would be nice if you showed some appreciation for what I do.
I already told you, Lucia. I'm too busy with work to deal with that. Do you really think I have time to do both my job and yours? Don't be stupid. If you're going to nag me like this, then maybe I should just call my mom and tell her how you treat me. Maybe I should just tell her how ungrateful and selfish you are.
Owen, I understand that you're busy with work. I really do. But so am I, and I make more money than you. I make more money than you, and I still do more work at home. How is that fair?
Oh, there it is. The truth comes out. I knew this was all about money. You think you're better than me because you make more money? Well, you're not, Lucia. I work my ass off and give it my best. And it's still not enough for you because I don't make as much as you. Well, screw you. Screw you and your money.
Owen, I'm not trying to make this about money. I'm just trying to make a point. We both work, Owen, but I'm the only one who cares about the house. So can you please just try to be more tidy and help me out once in a while? I'm losing my patience with you, Owen. And next week is my brother's wedding, and I have so much to do before then. I have to buy a dress, I have to book a hotel, I have to arrange a gift. I don't have time to clean right now. So please, Owen, please. All I'm asking for is a little help around the house. Is that too much to ask from my husband?
How dare you, you ungrateful brat? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Do you have any idea how much trouble you're causing me? I can't believe you have the audacity to do something like this. Are you out of your mind? Have you lost all your senses?
Hannah, what a pleasant surprise. I'm sorry, but I'm really clueless about what you're talking about. Could you please explain to me what's going on?
Oh, don't play dumb with me, Lucia. I know that you're planning to take time off work. Is that true? Are you really that stupid? Because I don't recall giving you any permission to do that. So who do you think you are, huh? Who do you think you are to make such a decision without consulting me?
Permission? I'm sorry, but who do you think you are to give me permission for anything? It's my job and my time off that I worked hard for. So if I want to take it, I have every right to. You have no say in it.
What nonsense are you spouting, Lucia? I'm your mother-in-law. You should know by now that you should always consult me before you make any decisions about your work. I mean, did you even bother to check if you were taking time off on a day when you were supposed to clean the house? There's a schedule for the chores, and if you're not going to follow it, then what's the point of having it? Besides, you know that the days when you're not cleaning the house are the days when you're supposed to go to work and earn money for us. So don't you talk to me as if you can do whatever you want without caring about anyone else. Don't you talk to me as if you don't have any responsibilities.
Hannah, I'm really sorry, but you're making no sense at all. You're being completely unreasonable. Do you really think you can boss me around? I mean, what do you want from me? What do you expect me to do?
I want you to know that you're being a horrible daughter-in-law. I want you to know that you're disappointing Owen and I. How could you take time off work without asking me first? You have no right to be lazy, especially not without my approval.
Hannah, you're being totally irrational. And I really can't talk to you like this, but I wish you would stop trying to control me. I wish you would stop interfering with my life. Because honestly, I don't care what you think. I'm taking time off my work, and that's final. It's already done, and I'm not changing anything.
Besides, I know you're just taking time off work to go back to your hometown, aren't you? Well, you also forgot to ask me permission for that. You also forgot to respect my wishes.
Are you talking about my brother's wedding? Because if you think I'm skipping that for anything, then you're sorely mistaken. That's a very important event for me and my family. Besides, I did invite Owen to come with me, but he said he would rather catch the plague than go to my brother's wedding. So I'm going by myself. I'm going alone.
Fine, then. But if you're going to this wedding, then you owe me a favor. You have to take Owen and I on a vacation. You have to treat us to a nice trip.
Wait, what? Why? That makes no sense at all. That has nothing to do with anything. How did you come up with that?
If you can't do this for me, then you can't go to the wedding. Understand? If you don't agree to this, then you have to stay here and work.
Hannah, you're really not making any sense to me right now. You're being totally illogical. But anyway, I'm taking time off work, and I'm going to my brother's wedding. And that's all there is to it. I really don't get why you're so upset about this. It's not a big deal.
Because you didn't ask me for permission for any of this. I've already told you, you need to think about our family before you do anything rash. I mean, how selfish can you be?
What exactly did I not think about before making these plans? I still don't get what you're trying to say. What are you so angry about?
You're so clueless. It's pathetic. I'm your mother-in-law, and you have to obey me. And if you dare to defy me, then you'll regret it. Do you understand?
Sure, whatever you say. Thanks for the advice. But like I've told you, the plans are final. I've already taken the time off, and I'm going to my brother's wedding. So you can whine all you want, but it won't change anything.
Fine, then. Go ahead and ruin your life. But don't come crying to me when everything falls apart.
I really wish you would just get off my back, Hannah. Anyway, I have to get back to work now, so goodbye, I suppose.
I'm speechless. I really thought that you would have come to your senses by now. You should have realized your mistake and apologized to me. But you really went ahead and did it. You went to your brother's wedding, right? How did my poor son end up with such a selfish, horrible woman like you? But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Because as of today, you're done.
Hello again, Hannah. What a lovely way to greet me. What are you ranting about this time? Are you still living in your fantasy world where you think you have any power over me? Because I'm not going to listen to you. I have a full-time job. I keep the house clean. I deserve to have some time for myself and my family once in a while. I mean, I really don't get what your problem is with me going to take some time off to go to my brother's wedding. I really don't understand why you're so obsessed with this.
How many times do I have to say it, Lucia? I'm angry because you did all of this without my permission. You know you're supposed to ask me before you do anything. You're supposed to respect my authority and follow my rules.
There you go again. Just ignoring everything I'm saying and repeating yourself.
Well, I don't care what you have to say, Lucia, because as of now, you and Owen are no longer married. I decided that I don't want a daughter-in-law who doesn't respect me and do as I say. And you taking time off work was the last straw for me. You going to your brother's wedding was the final nail in the coffin.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you got Owen and me divorced? You can't be serious.
Oh, I'm very serious, Lucia. It's done. And there's nothing you can do about it. Haha. I've already sent the papers to the court, and they've been approved. You're officially divorced from Owen, and you have no rights to him, or his money, or his property.
I'm at a loss for words, Hannah. What is wrong with you? What kind of person are you? You really broke up your own son's marriage. All because your daughter-in-law wouldn't be your puppet and obey your every command. And because I took some time off work using my own PTO that I earned fair and square. I mean, me taking time off work really made you this mad? I don't even know how to react to that.
I told you that you didn't have my permission, and yet you just went ahead and did it anyway. You have no one to blame but yourself, Lucia. You brought this upon yourself. I warned you again and again that the only time you shouldn't be at work is when you're at home cleaning the house. And now you're neither at work nor at home. So you really left me with no choice but to do this.
You must be one of the most selfish women I've ever met in my life, Hannah. But I guess since you've already sent off the divorce papers, there's nothing I can do about it now. So fine. Whatever. I give up on this whole thing. There's no point in trying to reason with you.
That's right. There's nothing you can do about it. I've won and you've lost. And that's that. Haha. This is what you get for running off to your little brother's wedding and ignoring what your mother-in-law has to say to you. So you don't have to bother coming home at all, since you don't have a house or husband to come back to anymore, since you don't have a family or a place to belong.
All right then, if that's what you want, then I won't be coming home. If that's what makes you happy, then I'll stay away from you and Owen. I'll leave you alone.
Good. And I never, ever want to see your face again. Do you hear me? I never, ever want to hear from you again.
Oh, don't worry, you won't. You won't see me or hear from me ever again. This is honestly the best thing that could have happened. If you really want to know how I feel about it, I'm relieved. I'll just come over tomorrow to collect my things. And then I'll be out of your life and Owen's life for good. And I won't look back. Although I'm sure you two are going to have some big adjustments to make without me around. So good luck with that. You're going to need it.
Oh, please. Spare me your pathetic attempts to make me feel sorry for you. The only thing that's going to change once you're gone is how much better our lives are going to be. How much happier and peaceful we're going to be. I don't need anyone but my son. And I certainly don't need some worthless woman like you hanging around and dragging him down. Some worthless woman who doesn't respect me or appreciate what I do for her.
So you're really sure that you want to do this then? You're really sure that you want to end our marriage and kick me out of the house? I mean, you do know that Owen makes about $600 a month, don't you? You do know that he barely earns enough to pay the bills and buy groceries, don't you?
Wait, what? What do you mean? That can't be right. He told me he was making a lot more than that. He is getting promoted soon.
Well, he lied to you, Hannah. He lied to you because he was afraid of disappointing you. He lied to you because he knew you would never accept him for who he is. He lied to you because he wanted to make you happy. But he couldn't keep up the lie forever. And now you know the truth.
I don't believe a word you say. You're just trying to make him look bad and ruin our relationship.
Believe what you want, Hannah. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Anyways, I guess I need to go and call some moving companies to help me get all my things from the house. But I guess I really have to thank you for finally freeing me from that dead weight that was hanging around my neck. That dead weight that was holding me back and making me miserable.
Lucia, please, answer the phone. I am begging you. I really need to talk to you. This is a matter of life and death. Please pick it up. Please don't ignore me.
I have nothing to say to you, Hannah. And I can't talk to you right now anyway, because I'm at work. So what do you want from me now? What are you trying to achieve by calling me? And don't bother calling me again, because I won't answer. If you want to talk to me, you can text me, but don't expect me to reply.
Fine. Then I'll just get to the point. Do you think you could come and move back in with me and Owen, please? Please give us another chance. Please forgive us and forget the past.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You can't really expect me to do that.
I am, Lucia. You know that I may have made some mistakes in the past. And I know that I said some things that I shouldn't have. And I'm sorry, Lucia. But I was hoping that you would come back here and live with us. We can just forget about all the bad things that happened and start over, okay? So please come back to us.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard no from me. Thanks for the offer, though. Thanks for the laugh.
Wait, what? What do you mean, no? How can you say no to this? I said please, Lucia. I'm begging you.
I'm saying no because I know that the only reason you want me to move back in with you is because you're probably drowning in debt, right? But if you think that I'm going to go back and be your personal ATM, you're wrong. Because I'm done with you, Hannah. I'm over it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lucia.
No, actually, you're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about. You're the one who forged divorce papers and broke up my marriage with Owen. So I don't know what you're thinking, begging me to come back to you. You're nothing to me, Hannah. You're not my mother-in-law. And you're certainly not someone who I owe anything to. You told me that you never wanted to see my face again, remember?
But I didn't mean that, Lucia. I just made a mistake. But I'm giving you permission to come back home now. You'll forgive me and come back, won't you?
I never cared about your permission, Hannah. And I certainly don't care about it now. You're not getting a single cent from me. Got it? This is your problem, not mine. And I want nothing to do with it.
But wait! You can't just abandon us like this. I mean, you know that we don't have any money to survive on.
And whose fault is that for kicking me out of the house in the first place? Whose fault is that for getting rid of the only person who is paying the bills?
You're trying to blame this on me, but that's not fair. I mean, I didn't do anything to you. I didn't harm you in any way.
Yes, you did, Hannah. You got Owen and me divorced, and you kicked me out of the house. You betrayed me and hurt me. This is all your fault. And you need to accept that and the fact that I'm not going to help you. You need to face the consequences of your actions.
But I really didn't know that Owen made so little money. I mean, after you told me that, I asked him about it because I thought you were lying to me. But then he said it was true. Then I told him that I sent the divorce papers for you two, and he went berserk on me. He's really scary, Lucia, and I can't live with him like this.
Well, that sounds like your problem, Hannah, not mine. That sounds like something you have to deal with, not me.
Please, Lucia. I didn't know that you were the one paying for everything in the house. I thought it was Owen giving me money to spend, but it was really you.
That's right. And it's been like that the whole time we were married. But you just had no clue. I doubt you would have believed it if I tried to tell you the truth.
How could I ever suspect something like that? That you were the one making more money than Owen? I would have no reason to doubt him.
Well, you should have known, Hannah. You should have paid more attention. But you weren't. And now it's too late. I tried to explain it to you before, actually. Multiple times, in fact. But every time I did, you just called me a jealous liar and a gold digger. You just accused me of trying to steal your son's money and ruin his life. But the fact is that your son barely makes enough money to pay for his own expenses, let alone ours. And you never bothered to ask him about it or check his bank statements until it was too late. I didn't hide anything from you at all. You were just too dumb to do your homework before you went and kicked me out of the house.
But that isn't fair, Lucia. How was I supposed to know that that was something I should have looked into in the first place? It still doesn't change the fact that we don't have any money to pay for the bills, or the mortgage, or anything. We're in deep trouble, and we need your help.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it, Hannah. I already told you that you aren't going to get a cent from me, so don't bother asking. Don't bother begging or pleading or groveling. You were more than happy to live off my salary and use me to keep the house clean and cook for you. And all that time, I never once got a word of gratitude or appreciation from you. But now you're telling me that you had no idea about what the situation really was? And just whose fault is that for being so clueless and ungrateful, Hannah?
I just thought that you were working so hard at cleaning the house because you knew that you didn't make enough money to have any say in anything. I really did think that Owen made more money than you, and that you were trying to get him to clean the house for you on top of that, because you were too lazy to do it yourself.
Well, now you know that it was the exact opposite of that, Hannah. You were wrong about everything. Not that it's going to change anything for you, you know. In fact, Owen doesn't even have a full-time job. He just works part-time at some dead-end job, and he doesn't even like it.
Wait, what? Is that really true, Lucia? Is that really the truth about Owen?
That's right, Hannah. So the fact that he's even making that much money is honestly a miracle, given how few hours he works and how little he cares about his work. Anyway, I don't really see the point in carrying on this conversation any further, Hannah. I've told you all that you need to know, and nothing you say is ever going to make me change my mind in a million years. Nothing can convince me to come back to you. So you and Owen can have fun figuring this out by yourselves. Just leave me out of it, Hannah, because I'm done with you. After that, I heard that things went from bad to worse for Hannah and Owen. The bills kept piling up for them, and they had no way to pay them. They couldn't even afford to make the monthly payments on the house that they had kicked me out of. And soon enough, they were evicted from their home and had nowhere to go. Owen was still furious at his mom for what she had done to me, and he blamed her for everything that was happening to them. He even stole what little money she had left in her savings account and ran off with it. Hannah had no choice but to go back to her hometown and beg her relatives to let her stay with them. But it was while Hannah was staying with her relatives that they discovered that Owen had taken out some huge loans in her name before he ran off and disappeared. So not only did Hannah lose every penny that she had to her son, but he also saddled her with massive debt that she didn't even know about. I heard that when Hannah realized how she had been betrayed by her son, and just how little Owen actually cared for her, that she fell into a deep depression and hardly ever left the house. She was so ashamed and heartbroken that she didn't want to face anyone. The debt problem was eventually cleared up because of the fraudulent nature of it, but even so, I don't think the damage it did to Hannah's heart ever healed. As for Owen, I have no idea where he is right now. He fell off the map and is wanted for identity theft in connection to what he did to his mom. But whether he's been caught or is still on the run, Whether he's settled down and found a real job or is still a bum leeching off others, I have no clue at all. And I don't really care. All I know is that I'm glad to be rid of both of them and get on with my life without them. It was somewhat hard adjusting to being single after I went to my brother's wedding, but I talked to my family and they agreed to let me stay with them for a while until I searched for a new place to live in. When I found one, I thanked my family and moved out. Now I'm able to concentrate on my work and myself, without people in my life expecting me to do everything for them.